pronounce the word Biafra government are the people that you say they are taking a Biafra government to court. In which court are they going to take Biafra government to? In their own court, where they don't want to mention the name Biafra. So these are some of the propagandas and the blackmail stories that they bring. The one that they wrote and say Bianca Ojukwu is taking 4 lawyers. They want to take Ngoso Rabese. He want to take Biafra government to court. Hey! And so some of you now start jumping. Bianca Ojukwu cannot carry herself to court. You want to come and take Biafra government to court. You want to come and take Ngoso Rabese to court. Oh my God. Bianca Ojukwu, what is the crime of Ngoso Rabese? And which publication news link did you people see the publication? I said one TikTok creator is the person. What is the name? I think the name, I posted the thing on Twitter where I say everyone should disregard this idiot that is a TikTok content creator, that this is the person and from where the Madam You Must Bow media team are taking message from. When you see them come with that message and say Ngozi Arabese has been taken to court by Bianca Ojukwu, you don't find the thing anywhere. It is a content creator that do it and then. So what is the difference between Arise TV? Please, somebody should tell me. What is the difference between Arise TV that went to TikTok to go and get a content that the content creator created where the person said Simon Ekpa denied being the prime minister. Simon Ekpa denied being IPOB. Simon Ekpa now says is a content creator. Then Arise TV were using it to make the rounds. That is what Arise TV was sitting down in the studio to discuss. You can see all of their head. Epabati, Ruben Rufai, and Jenny Okwe. Something that has no base. But just to create media propaganda and blackmail. Is this what you should be falling for? No. You don't fall for this. You go and look for facts and figures and then ask them, where is the source of this news? Where is the publication? Where and where, at which place, at which point, in which studio, or which office did they submit this file? Bring it, we want to see the evidence. It's not somebody come to social media and then talk, then write something and put on top, and then you carry it. Can't you look for the video where the person said the thing? Can't you look for the media publication? So all of you that are going to the useless people media space where they are hosting this program, ask them, where is the media publication? Where is the case file? And where is all this? Where are the papers where these things were done? Where is the media house that broadcasted it? They will show you that it is just from where? It is from TikTok. It is from TikTok and Instagram. That is what you get. So imagine that just imagine that this is the kind of media team that Prime Minister has used since 2021 to 2024 to work for Biafra government, where Musa has come to acknowledge and cry and say that the Biafra media, the BRGIE media has taken over the media, that they have defeated them, and that the Minister of Information of Nigeria is not doing well at all since they changed Laya Mohammed. Musa came and cried and said, the Minister of Information of Nigeria is not doing well at all, that they need to step up their game. So what did Musa have to do? Musa now had to become Minister of Information, to be coming to the media to talk every day, to be giving press briefing, seminar, media seminar. So imagine that this architect Kwonu, all these Itiboribos, all these Mumuwefu media now, that are going to cut photos and videos of dead bodies and then post and say, this is the person that Prime Minister suspended. And then they will now say, these are the dead bodies that this person killed. And then you are using it to indict Prime Minister and say, Prime Minister said. Prime Minister did not post any video or photo and say, this person that is suspended killed this person. So when you will hear me shouting that these people, they are looking for accountability so that they will use those evidences to indict the Prime Minister on his case in Finland, people don't understand it, but you can see what they are posting out. The young man, Prime Minister, never posted any video or photo and say his ex-minister or cabinet member killed these persons. He did not. But what do you see? You see all these idiots now that they have gathered, going to bring photos of dead bodies of people, posting it online and say, this is the people, these are the people the PM talked about. Hi! So that you can get to the man with everything that you are trying. You have tried to get accountability, details of information of how we use the money to procure everything that we need, and then I stop people inside. Now is to come to the media for another nonsense. I thank God that my Prime Minister is even out of the media during this time, so that whatever nonsense you're doing, he is not commenting on anything. Doesn't know anything about. So you cannot use what nonsense people are doing on the media to indict a man that is incommunicado. When they come out, they will tell you, Prime Minister said this, Prime Minister said this, Prime Minister said this. Prime Minister is not allowed to communicate with anybody. Make una listen, please. It's only the attorney that has access to Prime Minister. The attorney will go, have discussion with him, and come back. And his discussion has nothing to do with Biafra government. His discussion is only within the case that is handling within Finland. He's not even bringing any message to come and tell you, Prime Minister say, go and do this, go and do this. No. You people should understand something. There are communication gadgets that are situated in a place, interrogation room, where you are being interrogated. So you are being monitored 24/7 because you're under investigation. So any information or anything that you will say that will go out and even carry the name Biafra in any way, when your communication is ongoing between you and your attorney, the transmission devices that are connected inside the room or all around you monitoring you will detect it. Even if you say it in my own language, it will detect and translate to the machines that are working. This is a technology-based country. This is not like the zoo. So Prime Minister is not communicating or sending message to anybody through any means. So you will not hear him pronouncing anything Biafra or sending message and say, Biafra, go and do like this. Go and tell them to do like this. No, he expects you to use the law which he made. In Helsinki, he said, all of you have voted and adopted this charter. And from this day on, it has become a law. In his absence, what are you supposed to do? Look at the book of the law. Know what should go and what should not go. How it should be done and how it should not be done. What should go first and what should go second. But your madam is telling people that we are not using the charter now because she's the one in charge. The Prime Minister had to use charter. Prime Minister had to use charter. It is from the charter that you all had to convene in Finland for the convention. It's from the charter that you had to exercise the step-by-step template of the Biafra government. It is still from the charter that enumerated that you will have to set up what? A transitional government. But somebody is telling you that you you don't have to use the charter now. It is still from the charter that enumerated that you have to come up with a constitution and a constitutional conference that the entire Biafran people with their representatives will vote and adopt. Did they allow you to vote and adopt the constitution in the convention? Please, don't allow the propagandas and blackmail that these people are bringing to be your topic. No. You pick important topics and then you treat. Please, don't go and use anything that they bring out and start making it to trend when there is no evidence to show. Work with facts and figures. That is how the Biafran media has ever been working. We have not been doing propaganda. If we have been doing propaganda, we wouldn't have been outstanding and exceedingly getting the result that we have gotten for the past 3 years. So please, and please, let your reportage be serene enough so that those listening to you will understand that you know what you're doing. Not somebody who just jump out from the toilet and say, Nigeria has filed a case or taken Biafra government to court. Is Biafra government registered in Nigeria? as an entity. You can only take some entity that is registered in the Nigerian village, or their business book, or their business registration paper to court. You cannot take Biafra government to court that is registered in America and then you are in Nigeria. Nonsense people everywhere. Ewu, make una go learn. Bianca, they carry Nkosi go court. They hire 4 lawyers. Where are the 4 lawyers, and where are the courts? Where are the legal documents showing it? And all of you will now start, oh, you people should protect this woman. I said, come and protect this woman. You cannot get me the link of the publication, whether from this TV or the other TV, whether it is on Channels Television, they publicize it, or where. Or whether it is from Arise. Please, give me the link, or whether Sahara Reporters posted it. Because Sahara Reporters, when they want to post, they will look for where they saw the publication. And then if they will make reference and say they according to the post of this person on Twitter or Facebook, and it reads, they quote, before they make their reportage. They will not just say, based on assumptions, or we are hearing that Bianca Ojukwu. And since then, all of you have not called Bianca Ojukwu and said, Bianca Ojukwu, come and grant us interview. Tell us why you're taking Ngozi to court. Tell us why you're taking Biafra government to court. Now just they follow the nonsense where the Ndi Zuzu media of Madam You Must Bow, they do for media. Imagine when I just saw the topic, they say now that the Nigerian government has taken Biafra government to court. Hi! And then people will be listening and like, wow, is this a topic? Is this a topic? People that are fighting you from 1967 to this very day, should you be afraid that they are making more steps to fight against you or to take you to any place, even if they are to take you there? We want them to take us to ICC. Yes. The best place that they can take us to is where they have taken our Prime Minister to now. And that is where he is answering questions for Biafra and presenting Biafra to them, opening the atrocities of one Nigeria to them. So the next place we want is ICC. Don't take us to Nigerian court. Nigerian court is useless. How many years now has our Onyendu been there? And their court has pronounced that Onyendu should be released. Have they released him? Is that the kind of court you're talking about with integrity? Take us to court. Because, oh, we have our head office in Baltimore, USA. And then they say they are in Nigeria, Zoological Republic, so they are taking us to court. Or maybe they will come and uproot our office headquarters in USA, bring it to Kafanchan in Kaduna, and then take us to their court. Or are they summoning us in Amadioha? I salute all Biafran people. Please, defense of Biafra land is our primary objective. Our fundraising is super, super important. When you listen to our commanders, they told you that they gave instructions to Madam, you must bow. Say, don't touch these 3 places. Our defense, don't try to come in because we will not allow you to come in. We have stringent instructions from our PM because of our safety. 1, our finance, who is managing the finance and who is sending the money to us, don't go there. Thirdly, our Prime Minister's PA, he is like the chief of defense staff. He is like the chief of defense staff that is working as an intermediary between the PM and all the military wings of the Biafra army. Don't go to this place. Don't go and touch it. If you touch, we will not agree with you. You can go and dance with the dance with your government, but don't touch these 3 places. If you touch, we will not agree because it is against our safety. So these are the top important priorities which you have seen Sonny shouting all about. This is why they now decided to come and they can speak and voice. They did not come out and then say, we are Hamas government, and then we want to go and attack Israel. No. They built the defense first. When they saw that the defense was optimum to their standard, they said, let us strike. That was when they struck. Because it took time to build the defense, they build underground things that you don't even expect. Okay, now, after they thought that their defense is optimum and they can strike, when they struck, how long did it now take Israel to now counter the offensive? Israel now came with a bigger firepower of their own defense to tell them that, okay, you have small defense, but we now have a higher one that we have built. So Israel is able to stand now, and everyone are calling Israel's name. Some people are giving Israel kudos. Some are calling them names that they have done this and fought and still going. Some people are saying, oh, they are able to intercept the missiles. They are able to intercept all the rocket and weapons that is thrown overhead to come into Israel. Because of what? Because they have built their defense and tightened it up. Without that defense standing strong, without that defense standing strong, all of us will be saying, Israel is a goner now. Israel is losing the war. Israel is losing the war. But because Israel have stood firm to not to allow any sabotage to their defense, instead they are rebuilding, reacquiring. And you will see America and other countries still giving them more weapons to the defense because they need more. They are still looking for more from other countries. Why you see Ukraine going about crying and still begging people to give them more for them to be able to have a stand and continue to fight the lost fight that they are already fighting against Russia. I weep for Ukraine because it is the pride of Joe Biden that is putting Ukraine where they are now. You have lost the fight already. What you should have done is to seek peace because your people have gone so much. Now look at how far it has been destroyed. Look at how far it has been destroyed. Will America come and give you money to start rebuilding Ukraine that way? No. Because of pride. You hear Joe Biden say, we cannot back down on Ukraine. We want them to continue to show force that Russia cannot win the war. It's all about power. Just to show that Russia cannot win the war. But not to reason and understand the main point. That Ukraine have lost so much and it will take years to rebuild all this. And it is the taxpayers' money of other people that they are using to fund them. While Russia is still standing their ground. So the defense of a country is the government. Stop all this nonsense that people are coming to the media to shout and make noise, dance around, call people names, blackmail this one, say that I am a kidnapper, I kill people, I do this, I now collect money from Uchechi, Nigerian government, Bianca Ojukwu, I now communicate. Oh my God. If I have even seen Bianca Ojukwu, it will be a privilege to talk to her, being the wife of my eternal leader. I look forward to see her in person someday, physically. So that I will say, oh, are you the one that was the wife of my eternal leader who took a decision of not being a slave, who stood his ground to say, instead of seeing the severed heads of Biafrans that were cut into pieces and were fed into a train, and that train was sent all the way from the north down to Enugu. When he opened the door of the train, it was just severed heads of Biafrans, women, babies, children, and men. And then he said, instead of us to continue to see that they slaughter our babies, children, women, and men like this on a daily basis, we rather fight to the last man standing. Self-defense. So I'll be proud to see the wife of our eternal leader someday. But for all these idiots that are on the media saying that I now have a deal with Bianca Ojukwu, please tell them they should pack well because they came late. Just like our general commander said, the enemies of Biafra came late. Prime Minister has taught us everything we need to know. And so you cannot come and penetrate the Biafra army to betray them. So go back and tell those that sent you All of you that have not listened to the 2 broadcasts or messages video from General Oligos yesterday and today, go and listen to them. It is there that you have all the maggi and onions that they have been using to cook all this evil. I thank all of you. Please, let's answer some questions so that we continue to educate those that are using our names to make money on the social media, thinking that it will last. It's all about Biafra. We are here. They were my people.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, Ife, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much, our own Minister of Information. Thank you for opening this space. And before I proceed, I would even love to see Bianca Ojukwu in the real life. And I have certain questions to ask her as well. If your husband actually defended Biafra land, why are you not able to stand on his side, even while he's not here, to make sure that you accomplish that task that he was not able to accomplish? Very, very important question. And we would love to hear what she has to say about it. Having said that, I want to appreciate everybody, Ife, the co-host, who is here. And I want to say, of course, they can never destroy Biafran government. It is practically impossible. The enemy have tried, Nigerian government have tried on several occasions. If they couldn't destroy ordinary IPOB then when our leader was here, is it now that we are under government that they can try? They cannot destroy what God said it will be. They can only try their best, but their best will never be good enough to destroy what God sanctioned that it must have to happen. And one thing I take very, very important on what our minister said here is that, of course, truth, it's always bitter. And our leader said we can only get Biafra through truth. We can never get Biafra on falsehood. And the exploits of our prime minister, the reason why we got this far, that we are able to declare and restore our United States of Biafra, is because of the truth, the consistently part of the truth that our prime minister was following. And we are not going to deviate from that. And that is why when our minister was echoing on that, it dawned on each and every one of us that yes, we should always focus on the path of truth. Why they are dishing out their propaganda, accusing us of one thing or the other, we should always be looking at the rising sun. We are not going to deviate. We are not going to follow them to carry out propaganda. Rather, we should continue to educate them and enlighten them and bring the truth to whatever propaganda they are spewing out there. And when truth surfaces, what happens? The lies will fade, just like darkness and light. Wherever there is darkness and there appears an atom of light, you see that that darkness will melt away and disappear. So that is the path that we always and consistently do, so that we can be able to shame the enemy, the devil, and their cohort. Very, very important. Thank you so much. I know a lot of people want to ask questions, and I will not take the mic for so long, as I will yield my mic to co-host so that he can make his submissions before we can bring people in to ask questions. Thank you so much. I yield my mic. Ife, you have the mic.
Yeah, thank you very much, David, and thank you, Minister Akwarawa. I don't have much to say. We're already on another space before. Just to say greetings to all Biafrans. And I just want to ask a question, you understand? Because it's what I'm seeing now. What this woman is doing now, I don't understand what is going on. He said breaking. This Twitter handle does not represent the United States of Biafra bridge de facto. Any information from the handle is not from the USB bridge de facto government. The same de facto you already dissolve. And this handle is Rose. And the other one, defense handle again. He said the same thing again. Now. So every handle, this one is a defense headquarter, Biafra Liberation Forces. Now he said this one again. It's not. Nah, what is going on, sir?
What are you people not getting? So, do you know why? Let me explain something. How many of you saw the letter that they wrote and said they suspend success? Am I coming out?
Yes.
Okay. Biafran people, make una listen. And I believe many of you are listening out on Facebook, YouTube, and on many other social medias. And before I go ahead, you guys should remember that a few days ago on Space here, I laid a cause. I said many people in Biafran government's prime minister's cabinet that their hands are soiled. And then I said, if you want to be exonerated, go to the river bank or wherever there is water that is flowing, stand in the wave. If you have alligator paper, use. If you don't have, but stand in the wave of the flowing water. Pray to Chukwu Okike and then use the water to wash your hand. Use it to wash your face. Since your leg is already inside the water, ask God to help you out that you are innocent. Whether you find yourself directly or indirectly. Then yesterday, when this General Holy Ghost was talking, he still did what? He did prayer with our natural chalk. And then he led courses also. These are people that are in the homeland fighting night and day. Since 2020, these people you see were part of the ESN that Onyendo launch. And since then, live outside the bush. Just to do what? To defend Biafra. Just to. The is between death and life. They are not communicating with normal you that is a normal human being like this because they have sacrificed their life. They have decided to put their life just to Biafra defended no matter. Letter that they wrote about success. They wrote General Commander spoke yesterday. The person that made the announcement, Madam, you must bow, did not put her name on the letter and sign. Whose name did you see there? It was Solomon Kwacha's name, who is the defense minister. After Solomon Kwacha is coming out to cry and say, Honorable Uche, you are the one that wrote this letter. You fake my signature and my name and put there. I am not the one that signed this document. I'm not the one that put my name there. Why must you fake my name and put that I am the one that approved it? When they hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. So why the person, Madam, you must bow, a name no there for the signature as the person that signed that letter? Why he come be saying Ankwacha name? Ankwacha now is crying and say, I am not the one that wrote the letter. So the person that approved it and standing should have been the one to have the signature there and name. Why is it my own name that is the one that is there? And they now say, who wrote the letter? I have told you people that the person that is using Prime Minister's letterhead to impersonate him and to write all these things is Honorable Uche, European rep, who is actually in Finland, a crook. You use other people's signature to write. You use another person's letterhead, the Prime Minister's office letterhead to write. Then the person now that they put his name now. Why are you are the one writing the letter? Why you not put your name? Why you can't go capture my own name and signature? Or is it because I have signed documents in the defense before in the Biafran government, so you now have my signature, so you can capture my signature and then is that not fraud? Solomon is crying his own on his own side. Now, do you know why Madam You Must Bow is banning that Biafra government defense headquarters Twitter handle? Because the person that is managing this handle has posted the message from General Holy Ghost. All of you should go and watch 2 hours ago. That's the same message that I have posted out. This is the message of today being 17th.
Yes, it was after that video that he
okay.
made.
So because that one have posted that message out, which is a message that is coming from the defense command of this Biafran government, she now see that she has been exposed and that the official Twitter handle of the Biafran government defense has posted it out. So she now see it as betraying at the person managing this account was part of our new government cabinet. Are you getting the point? Official Twitter handle of the Biafra Defense Forces, which the Prime Minister officially approved. Because truth is being emanated from there now. Madam say, you have come to expose me. I am banning this account. So very soon, she will open her own. That is why I don't answer the question where you say, this account is banned. This account does not represent me. This account, it's all about her now. It's not about Biafra government. So the account does not represent our interest. So Biafran should understand that the Biafra government under Prime Minister, the cabinet are still intact and standing strong. These are the cabinet that you saw came out, carry out the fundraising, and are still doing everything that are supposed to be done. The CRC committee or the judiciary angle is still functional and still working. Every department are still intact. Those that have run out to go and look for positions in absence of Prime Minister, then you should understand that they were hungry of positions. Because if you were not, okay, now that they stood up in the convention ground and said they have scrapped, they have dissolved this government, you now dissolve your Prime Minister. So they dissolve your Prime Minister, and then you don't even ask questions, according to them. Then they now went and then formed a new government. And then all of you that were loyal to the Prime Minister and his government that they say they dissolve you. So you are no more loyal to your Prime Minister. You're now loyal to Madam You Must Bow government. Make una the reason, make una the think. So for some of you that are there, God should have mercy on your brains. Because there is something they call afterthought betrayal. Afterthought betrayal. You did not partake in the first lane, but you partook at the after. At the later rain, you followed to march, to push the truck. You follow, carry the firewood, put for the fire to light up. So you are also accomplice. So my minister Ife, that is how you get to see that this official Biafra Defense Forces account, the military wing of the Biafran government of Prime Minister, your madam say the official account has violated our own ethics by allowing the truth to prevail. So what people need to do is that everybody should go and share that message. Everybody go and share the message from this Biafra Defense Forces Twitter handle, because this is the Twitter handle that the Prime Minister has sanctioned. I am posting it now on the Jumbotron. Go and share that message. That
Everybody
General
should follow
Holy
the
Ghost.
page. Everybody
Should follow the page. Go
very
there
important.
now. Go there now and then share. Share that very video. Retweet it. Type something. Retweet it and let it go viral. If the Department of Defense of Biafra government of Prime Minister have posted something and bring updates from the general commanders on ground, It is not in my power, that is part of the government of Prime Minister, to come and sanction that Defense Department message from the general commanders on ground. This is from the general, the four-star commander, General Butuzo, and he's sending the message through his one of his generals and say, go and pass this message. And that one has come to pass the message. And then because Madam no one hear the message, and the message they hit Madam for bone, Madam say, hey, Ife, the floor is open. I see many hands up.
Hello,
Hey,
Mazi Tony, please.
wait.
Excuse me, 1 minute. 1 minute. I will not take time.
Wait.
Not your time.
Please wait first. Because if I allow it to happen, other people will do the same thing. Please, if you want to ask question, wave your hand. Please, it's very important. Anybody that want to ask question, just wave your hand. I know you want to ask a question. I will give you a chance. Okay? If you want to ask question, wave your hand. So I will know what you want. You get why? Go then after you will go. Please. You get why?
Yeah. Ụmụnne m ekene m unu chachaka mgbe pun ekene m unu ụmụnne m. I'm so happy. I have this problem question. You know, when we talk about the history of Nigeria, and with this particular issue of Lord Lugard, the drunk, and for the prostitute, which means it automatically became the case of fornication and drunkenness. So the question I have, by the COS and us that and the gangsters, sorry, permit me to use the word COS gangsters, the COS and the COS gangsters, which means the COS and the followers, telling us that our charter is a shadow government. Even in our charter, it is clearly stated. The de facto government automatically, even when our PM was here, was the shadow government. It is a secret government. We were not open. That makes it a shadow government. Are they trying to tell us that even when PM was here and before the adoption, when we adopted the charter, when our PM openly told the world that at this point and on this day, this charter becomes a document, a law. Are they trying to tell us it is a case of Lord Lugard and the Flower Shaw? They were drunk when they adopted the charter, and the Flower Shaw and his cohort, Lord Lugard, adopted the name Nigeria. Is that what they are trying to tell us? Because it is clearly stated in our own charter. This charter outlined it clearly that until we are free from that occupational force of Nigeria, then a case of transitional government will come up, which must be a combination of the de facto government and the exile government to form a transition government at homeland, which must not exceed 4 years. And these people today, October 2023, when they adopted the charter, does it mean, what are they trying to tell us? That they didn't read the charter they adopted or what? That particular charter or what? So my question is it a case of Lord Lugard and the Flora Shaw and the amalgamation of Nigeria or what? Because I find it very difficult. Why some people find it so difficult to obey their own charter, which is the only legitimate law you have as of now. And if you want to prove me wrong, the people at the other side, they will go to bring some, because one of them I saw her post, and I was like bringing out something from the constitution, and I was like, wow, okay, if you want to tell me that the constitution of the Biafra Republic government of the Biafran people, the USB, is functional, please, I have a case of a stolen item and the culprit has been apprehended. Can you show me where your judicial court is, your police station, so I could report the individual, the culprit, and he could be judged by the constitution of the Biafra government, of the Biafran government? These people, I can't understand the way they think, the way they reason. Like, oh my God, what kind of people are these? I can't fathom it. My people are like, I keep on going. And to wrap up, my brother, respectfully, Mazi Sone Aparawa, I know years back, you told us to adopt the name Epenima. I was there. Even before then, I was still there. Till that very moment, we adopted. I have your picture on, so you could understand. This is to prove in solidarity to your name, because all the other people that have been mentioned, your deputy and the finance minister, to pass information, it must come through you. That is why I put on your picture. Let them tell us, or the people from the other side. Thank you. I hear in my mind.
Yeah, thank you very much. You get why. Minister Sonny, are you there? Mr. Sonny?
Yes, I'm here.
If
I'm here.
please, if you
Quiet.
can time these people 2
Yes,
minutes, because a lot of
yes.
people are still requesting here.
I will time it now. But Sonny, I want you to explain this, please.
Yes.
As Sujans have said, I know he said we declared on the 29th, but these people, they have an ulterior motive. They have an intention to disrupt our declaration on that, is it 2nd or 3rd of December 2nd. December the 2nd. Yes. They have a master plan to disrupt that event on the 2nd. Yes. And they plan to disrupt that by destroying all Batobie. That was their plan. They wanted to either one of the plans was to disrupt that event on that 2nd, yes, with so much chaos that the Finnish police will come in and just chase everybody away and disrupt everybody. That was one of the plans. The second plan they were planning with the Nigerian government is to somehow let Onyendu come out maybe a day before, be in Finland, coming to the venue, declare on that day to render just to render so many things, to what they wanted that. But that didn't work out because they never liked Abatobi. They don't respect him. When he gives rules, they don't respect him. These are people that they mob him on the back end. They crowd him. They destroy him. They put him in a position where the poor boy cannot.
It's not Batobi, it's where the poor boy.
Siam.
Please.
Siam now.
Please, no, forgive me.
Now, can you even hear how the lies doesn't even sweet for our mouth? They wanted to release Nnamdi Kanu and then bring him to Finland. So you are even against seeing Nnamdi Kanu being released and brought to Finland to be part of the convention?
Please, my information is I want to say something. You remember Carlo of Adia State telling us that Nnamdi Kanu will be released soon to replace Simon. This is the case, so the same thing she is confirming. This lady is working with Nigerian government.
So all of you can hear her trying to convince a foolish audience. The question is, you should ask her is, where are all the evidences of how these people that you are calling names are working with the Nigerian government? Where are the evidences of them working and communicating and the plan? Where were they having the network communications, or where were they planning how to come and disrupt the convention? Who and who were in their communication channels? Where you should have investigation that you dock in and then you bring out. So you should present it to the Biafran people. Show it to Biafran people. Let Biafran people see it with evidences. It's not just to come and fool the gullible brains that have nothing. That is why when I was addressing this thing, I was calling on that man they call Reverend Nene, because I heard his voice there saying, yes, yes, yes. This is someone that could not even open his mouth to challenge a decision against the prime minister in the cabinet. And because Sonny was challenging it, Sonny now became a bad person.
I can't hear my minister talking again. No.
Drop. I will bring you up.
Come down and come up again.
I should go down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me go out and come back.
Drop. I will bring you up.
So it is quite pathetic that Sonny will be in my country of location here now when they denied me visa, and then I am now the person that bring Nigerian government to Finland. It didn't sound so stupid. Even those listening, how you are trying to connect the dots, trying to make the lights to sound for people here, it sounds so silly to even listen to you. Disrupt convention, change this, change that. Am I the one that was telling the cabinet that you are afraid that Nigerian government are going to disrupt the convention? Am I the one? Did I? You are the one that was telling the cabinet that Nigerian government are going to disrupt the convention. That you must declare now. And everybody fumed and said, no, we never agreed on anything like that. So why must you do it so now? So if you were not communicating with Nigerian government, how will you know that Nigerian government say they are going to destroy the convention? You're the one that is actually communicating with Nigerian government. And then they give you the template of overturn everything, and then you have to overturn it. Do it the way you want to do it so that it will suit the Nigerian government. When you now saw the result of the ratification of the referendum on the 2nd, you were so mad because you had announced before that the result will come out in 3 weeks, while you have declared Biafra on the 29th. And then result will come out in 3 weeks. So the whole thing sounds so foolish. So I'm asking them to bring all the evidences of all this nonsense, because it's not to come to the media and then make noise that is the thing, talk, and then it's as if you're crying while you're talking. And they wanted to bring Prime Onyendu out, so you don't even want Onyendu to come out. They wanted to bring Onyendu out so that Onyendu will be in the convention. You don't want to see him. Okay. You don't want to see him in the convention. So when they bring Onyendu out, the thing will turn like this and so your everything is that Onyendu should not even come out, so that it will not add to the glory of the event. Even if there had been efforts for him to come out, you wouldn't allow and want him to be seen on that day in that event. When Prime Minister was always saying, Onyendu will join us in Finland, Onyendu will join us in the convention. So while the Prime Minister was saying all this, hey, your mind was so fuming, you were against it, that you even have to open your mouth here to disgrace yourself. Everyone can hear you now speak. They wanted to disrupt the convention. They wanted to disrupt with convention. We wanted to disrupt the convention, and then people travel all the way, and we were having meeting day and night. We wanted to disrupt convention, and then when the Honorable Uche, the European rep, brought the financial report of the convention 5 days to the convention, and then we called a meeting that the entire cabinet should gather so that we discuss and also raise emergency funds. What did you do? You won your loyalist members in the cabinet not to attend the meeting. So between us now, that garnered some people to attend the meeting so that we hear the report from Uche and know how to cater for the bills. Who is the person that was working to destroy the convention? All of you that bought tickets to the convention, when you buy the ticket, the payment takes you to a new dimension, right? So the ticket was not showing the Biafra Gov because I've told you people, Prime Minister was using that specifically for things that we buy so that it can be well accounted for, not for Biafra liberation taxes, so that Biafra liberation donations will go direct to the men on ground. And that website was used for charity donations and any donations that is specified for something else. So when you bought, all of you should go and check your emails. When you bought your ticket for the Finland convention, where or what comes out on your receipt? What comes out on your receipt is that the payment goes through mandate. Now, when Uche called for this meeting, and then we called you to come so that all the money that people have paid for the ticket in the new mandate account could be transferred to the finance minister so that he can then offset the bills which Uche brought. You cancelled the meeting for 4 consecutive times. You cancelled the meeting. And those money in the new mandate account are still stuck there. You have not transferred those ticket money. That is why some of you will now hear that finance minister at the end of the day, he had to bail the government out with the money. He had to go and borrow the money. She refused to transfer those money now that are in the new mandate account, which were specifically meant for that convention ticket, which people were paying. So you refused to come and transfer the money. You refused to attend the meeting, and you told your people not to come to the meeting 4 consecutive times. When we post the meeting memo, you delete. We post, you delete. We post, you delete. And the government that all of you are looking at, where one person now becomes the King Kong. Anybody write something or make a suggestion in the group, you delete the person's message. As far as the person is not speaking in support of whatever you want, you delete. How many times has Minister Amobi in a Zoom meeting now say, you people have been deleting people's messages. Why? And you will leave some messages that comes from Adadarama. You leave the one that comes from Olewune. You leave the ones that people are now saying what you like. But every other cabinet member that will say anything that is contrary, you delete. So between you that refuse to attend the financial meeting so that the money that people paid for their ticket can be transferred to the finance minister so that he can use it to offset the bills of the convention, and to we that we're making sure those meetings holds. And then we even did emergency fundraising in those meetings inside the cabinet there. Between we and you that have come to blackmail us today now, which people are the good guys and the bad guys? From your voice alone, every right-thinking Biafran will understand that there is so much treachery